Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a silver stacker here. Welcome to a gathering tribe. Let me take you to JM Bullion. I'll tell you what the live spot prices are this evening. So we've got gold down $5 and a penny to 1832.25. Silver's up a penny to 24.79. Platinum is up $5.88 to 10.36, and palladium is up $3.64 to 24.64.50. Hey, how's everybody doing this evening?
Doing good.
What's up, Gunny? What's up, Silver Stacker? Hi, everybody.
Hello, sir.
Palladium.
I will never say it is the same ever again.
It was fun the first time afterwards too. Hey, Sea Monkey Metals. Hey, Tiny Numismatics. Welcome, you guys.
Good evening, everyone. Can, brother. Son of a silver stacker. How you doing, brother? Gunny?
Hey,
Tiny? How y'all doing this evening?
good. How are you?
Oh, not
Thanks
too bad.
for joining us.
Oh, absolutely. I'm always down to join you guys. I just, things happen. Busy usually.
I hear that, but isn't this a nice break from when we get really busy on our schedules, just to take a little break and decompress with the crew kind of and the tribe? Isn't that nice?
It is. It really is. I honestly knew I was coming on panel tonight, and 4 o'clock, I strapped on my Romeos and walked out into the backyard and grabbed the rake and started raking. And then I got the ding of your email, and I was like, "Oh yeah!" I ran in the house real quick and got all set up.
Nice.
Just
Well,
can't help
listen, we
myself.
got some great people in the stream this evening. Can you want to say hi to our friends?
Sure, man. Down in New Mexico, what's happening first? Rocky Mountain Bear, Mr. Berserker Cooter, great to see you. Gypsy Wolves, it was great to actually see you earlier. Congrats with you and Nick's coins. That was fun to see both of you on her stream. Jack Allman, what's up, my protector from our protector from Marion, North Carolina. Hope your knee is healing well, Jack Allman. He just had knee replacement surgery. Silver Sliver, almost got caught on that one. Good to see you again. Greetings from Vacation Land. That sounds fun. Maine, where we lose 1 million people after Labor Day. Not sure if it's 1 million, but it sure gets quiet. Heather's Chubby Hubby, what's up, brother? Hope all is well and you're doing good tonight. Thank you, Heather's Chubby Hubby. Boomerang right back to you. George Lovelace, good evening. Great to see you again. Hi, Barbara Carbone. Good evening to you. Gen X Collectible, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Tiny Numismatics, hi down there. I see you in the chat. You're everywhere. Silver, oh my man, it just jumped. Silver, oh, no wait, where did he go? Ted Akamazi, good to see you, my man. Kevin07, great to see you. Wow, it jumped really fast. The one with the guitars. Where's my buddy with the guitars? Here we go. Nope, I don't know where it went.
I think we have the Flying Dutchman in here this evening. Hello.
Yeah, feel free to holler. I got hung up on one person and now I can't find them.
We've got Rocky Mountain Bear.
Jojo, what's happening? M Ash, what's happening? Silver Rocks. All right. It's it's gonna bother me until I find. There we go. No, that's not it.
This is pure entertainment right here, folks.
How long will it take Can to find it? It's gone. It's totally gone.
Anybody got the theme to Jeopardy you can start playing?
He's looking for someone that's not even there.
Oh, there it is. Silver, gold, and guitars. Hi, all. Silver, gold, and guitars. There's something with a guitar, and I remember him from or her from before. So it was silver, gold, and guitars. What's happening? Good to see you.
I think Dante used to say that all the time. I'm not even supposed to be here today. What movie is that from, everybody? Dante says, I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Clerks, that's a classic.
You said it,
What's up, Flying
man. Dude,
Dutchman?
that's awesome. You knew that.
Yeah, those movies are terrible classics. I love them.
They really are.
No, I shouldn't.
Oh, Heather's Chubby Hubby's in the house.
What's up, Rin Young? Another young Gunny family representing. All right, I don't think I've missed anybody who has spoken in the chat. If I've missed you and you've spoken in the chat, it's because I got hung up on my guitar friend. So forgive me. I'm only human, born
Rin
to
is
make
here.
mistakes.
You're only human.
Of flesh and blood I'm made. Anyways, how are you tonight, Tiny Numismatics?
Good
I'm
evening.
doing good. How are you doing tonight, Can?
I am good. I
I'm
just
doing
wanted to
good.
get our guest going, and now I'll welcome our new guest. Hi, Nick's Coins.
Hi. Hi.
Hi
Good
there.
evening.
Welcome.
Hi, Tiny.
So, so I got to ask, Mrs. Nick's Coins, how did your first stream go?
Hello, Miss Nick. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good, thank you. How is Zoe? Oh,
She's not feeling very well tonight. She will be in here in a little bit, I do believe. But
good.
as of right now,
Good.
not here.
Well, I have a new appreciation for this community because it was hard. It was difficult, but I mean, and not everybody can do it. So I have a very new appreciation for everyone.
So were you sweating bullets before you even hit the go live?
Yeah, and I still am.
Oh, I would been there.
Yeah.
But I mean, from what I watched, because I was so busy with family and stuff like that, it seemed like you and Gypsy Wolves were doing just fine.
Well, thank you. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you. But it was hard. So I have a new appreciation for Can and even everybody doing videos. It's not as easy as it looks at all.
Yeah, you can't just put that
Doing
monkey on a
videos is
couch
really
and
taxing.
say go.
No, you really can't. And the preparation and everything that goes into it, it's a lot. But it's
Hey, Jeff
also
Dunn.
fun.
Well, once you find that rhythm, it's going to be like second nature to you.
Yes.
Having the fun is the most important, and the little amount of time that I was in there with you guys, I wanted to stay longer. And her Grumpy, if he comes in, he's probably still watching my damn preview video because it's just my routine. I go right up to the last minute of coming on to this thing and doing my preview for tomorrow's auction, and I just did the same thing again today. So I couldn't stay in there very long, but for the time I did, Nick and Gypsy Wolves, Mr. Lobos, you guys were having fun, and it was
Yes,
just
we did.
you just gotta do that, and it'll everything else will come together.
Thank
But
you.
You
But
made the
Gypsy
first
Wolf,
step,
he's
and
easy.
I'm proud of
He's
you guys, and
easy.
it was
Thank
fun
you.
to see you two just kind of banter with each other.
Thank you.
Freaking awesome!
Oh, I love freaking awesome. I just love to say that name.
Good to see you. Good to meet
Freaking
you.
awesome.
Well,
Who doesn't want to say freaking awesome?
hey, John Balanovich.
True
Bal-
story.
Balanovich. That's a cool name. Hey, John Balanovich. Great to see you.
So, son of a silver stacker, with your video this morning, there were just so much news. I don't know if everybody was able to soak it in. You want to give us a little insight on what that was this morning?
I know that was special high intensity training, and if you know the acronym for that, congratulations. So I'm just having some fun there. So
HIT.
yes, special hit.
High intention training. That's the acronym for it.
That's right. So there was a bunch of stuff covered all the way from 2022, which is in 4 months from now, and we're going to have a brand new quarter series starting next year, 4 months from now, and it's going to feature prominent women in the United States of America. And we're talking some major players here, folks that have really made an impact on our society. First one being Maya Angelou, okay? And she's a writer and a philosopher, a thinker, a social activist. And, some people think that this could be a woke set or whatever, but you know what, honestly, you can't take away the accomplishments of what these people have done. And the fact that we're celebrating it is quite the accomplishment. And I think that's amazing. And going on from there, we're going to celebrate the 250th anniversary of this country. And that's going to be amazing. I mean, honestly, there's so much to it. And then the bullion, they're going to have bullion that's fractional. So normally you're going to get that fractional silver in those silver proof sets that the United States Mint sells, right? Well, now we're going to get bullion that the United States Mint sells, maybe in 50-cent pieces and quarters. And it would be really interesting to maybe even see some smaller pieces. However, there is a drawback with that bullion. It's going to have high premiums because if you sell anything as a lot, it's less expensive per item. But if you sell something individually, you're going to get more money per item. So it's going to make things more expensive, but more approachable initially at the price point of initial fractional. Is that too much? Gosh, I hate to.
It's going to be
No.
interesting to see.
Is that too
Doing
much
good.
inside baseball or?
it's going to be interesting to see how the prices work on all that bullion. I'm excited to see the mint branching out into different stuff like the other mints have been doing for decades. And I agree with you 100%. It's awesome that we're celebrating the accomplishments of women, despite any woke undertones
I
that the
love
set may
women.
have.
Jeez, how do you not? Oh, no, it's just
John
me, though.
Milanovich, it's fractional is basically the same thing as different denominations of
It
coins.
seems like we wouldn't be here if there wasn't a woman.
That's true.
That's very true.
But it's fractional. Fractional is the same as different denominations. So it's a fraction of a dollar, or it's a fraction of
Yeah, like a quarter
an
or a half.
ounce.
Right.
So there's
Right.
fractional. Like for example, this is
A pizza or a pie.
this is a 1/10 fractional. It's a 1/10 ounce fractional 2020 Britannia.
See, and
So
that's where my curiosity comes in. I'm wondering exactly how the mint's going to do that. Are they just going to mint
yeah,
like 10th, quarter, and all those different sizes? Or are they going to put the like appropriate, air quotes, appropriate face value denomination to it? Like the 10th ounce might be a dime, the half ounce might be a 50-cent piece, the quarter ounce might be a quarter design. I'm curious to see how they're going to work all that out.
Hey Bad Gateway, Mary Blau, welcome. Patrick Johnson, welcome. And there was one other person.
And then there's the 5-ounce coins too. That's
Rhonda.
exciting.
Yeah, the
Rhonda.
5-ounce coins. Can you imagine how? Oh my gosh, forget it. This is gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
It's
you got
expensive.
excited in the video, I could tell. Sorry, Nick, go ahead.
I can't hide my enthusiasm. I really can't. It's really genuine. It is. I mean, I'm not acting. I'm a terrible actor. In fact, if I read from a script, I would blow it.
Yeah.
No, trust me. We hear your videos every morning, and we hear your excitement and your giggles, and that's what draws us in, buddy. Trust me.
Yeah. Greg
I can
Welch.
hear you
Hi,
licking
buddy.
your chops.
Sorry.
You're all like,
So Nick's Coins, you started a channel. I thought, like I was joking with you the other night. I was like, I thought I was already subscribed to you, and you had done videos of places you had talked about in the live streams, and I was like, oh my God, here she is at the places a couple weeks ago when she was talking about.
So it's very
So anyways,
new. Very new.
we'll put your link in there, and also Nick's Coins. So coins, what kind of coins do you like, and what drew you to the coin community? I know we have something in common in terms of being a mod. That's kind of what brought me. Hey, Jedi Jim.
I like money.
I do too.
And I like the investment aspect of it as well. And so I got started during COVID, and then I saw all these varieties and eras and the history and so on and so on. But I like the investment side and the coin side.
Now, have you been a coin collector or anything for very long?
No, just a year.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
same here.
So, what was the first item that brought you here? What was the item that caught your eye?
The 1982 penny.
Nice. Any particular the small date, the one that isn't supposed
I
to
wanted
exist?
to find the $1 million coin.
Yeah, the one that's not supposed to exist.
So I had like a stack of, a whole like bottle of change that we had since my husband and I have been married and been collecting. So that's what I did is I dumped it and just started looking through everything. And it took a long time, but then I researched everything I would find. So
You just got hooked, right?
Now, was that during the quarantine? Was that during quarantine when you weren't allowed
during
out?
quarantine, I had my husband home working. I had my daughter home and doing Zoom classes. So I needed to find something that was quiet and that I could do and go off to my own corner of the house.
You know, one of the things I always ask everybody that joins us on the channel on the Gathering Tribe here is what skill or what have you elevated for yourself during this pandemic that you're kind of proud of that you hadn't normally or maybe necessarily thought you could even do, but you're a new person because of it, because of the pandemic.
Yep.
Gardening.
Right.
I'll just share something really quick because I think I want to get this thought out and then let other people respond to what they've elevated or, discovered during the pandemic. But I think for a lot of people, and for me, it's been a rediscovery of coins. And for a lot of ways, this is like the modern day doing a puzzle, if you're snowed in, or doing, Legos when you're snowed in or something. We've been snowed in for, over a year. And so I think that I know a lot of people got turned on to coins who never had, case in point with Nick and with a lot of other people that we've talked to during this time. Hi, James Clark. And I think that the coins and knowledge of coins and understanding of money and understanding of how things work on that level has it's enhanced mine for sure, and it's ignited it and some other people. So that's all I wanted to say with that.
Absolutely. And just
Well,
to
I
add
think
to
Well,
that,
with
to add
what
to that
Nick
real
was
quick.
saying, the way she's going through her coins, it's almost like it leads into Tiny Numismatic. His videos at the very end, he always says, "What do you say, Tiny, at the end of your videos, buddy?" He's not listening.
He's not there. He may be
I was-
attending to
mic
Zoe.
off.
Don't
There we
forget
go. Go
pocket change, because you never know what you got in your pocket until you look.
Is it?
And that's funny because Tiny and Can was in my first stream that I entered. And then once you guys were talking and that was it, I was hooked. It was
Yeah.
the people that hooked me as well. And this community has been so open to newbies, you know, it's not closed off. They welcome everybody. And that has helped as well. I mean,
Absolutely. And not only the community, but it's one of the hobbies that you can do at home
yeah.
that you can spend money on and actually make money doing.
Mhm.
And still
So,
have
I
money
mean,
left over.
right,
Exactly.
you know, and not a lot of people realize that, you know, stacking and collecting and going through coins, it's a hobby that you spend money on, but when you look at it in the long run, you're actually making money doing it. So you're
It's an
not really
investment.
spending anything. And that's
Yeah.
the investment aspect of it.
Yep.
And the stacking of the bullion, that's more of the
Mhm.
hedge
The
aspect
only
of it.
you can
But,
do where you're broke, but you still got money.
right.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's very
It's just
true.
a great hobby.
And right now in this day and time, I think that silver right now is huge. It's going to even be huge.
Oh, it's being suppressed and it's on the verge of a breakout as soon
I
as
think so as well.
the manipulation ends and the
Exactly.
realization of its
Mhm.
usefulness and
John
utility.
Balanovich is a newbie. Hey, buddy.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome.
Well, it's just
But Nick,
awesome. It's
I don't
awesome
know
that
if you
so many
know
people
Nick.
are getting into it.
Yeah, you're right. But
Hey,
Nick,
Jamar, how
there,
you doing?
there are so many channels that you watch all the news, like with you know, I got Sea Monkey Metals does his stuff. Tiny shows us his collection, and of
Yes.
course, Son of a Silver Stacker gives us the news. But like you're a first time guest here, but we've had Silver Wolverine on here, and you know, Ravenhawk and Salivate Metal. You know, it just gets so big, and it sometimes gets overwhelming. It's like you got to pace yourself on what you're wanting to buy, and even where to get your info, and just not get overloaded, and you know, try and think you got to buy one of everything. You know what I mean?
And it's
Oh,
funny
my
that you
wish
say that
list
because
is
I have
insane.
a coin store. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just saying my wish list is insane.
Well, that's what I was going to say is before I go into a coin store, I need a list. I need to know what I'm looking for because if not, I get overwhelmed. This guy's 88 years old that owns this store. He's got so much information and he just gets me sidetracked on everything. So I have to go in with a detailed list and stick to my list and then just add on to my list.
Yep.
That's a good
Yeah, he
strategy.
could be trying to sell you, you know. He really could be
But I
trying to
don't-
sell you.
So he's
He's
doing his
really-
job effectively by showing you everything.
Yep.
Well, he's a longtime collector. He doesn't need the money. He loves it. So I've learned so much from him. And the philosophies are different from his age to our age. For example, he would never send in a coin to get graded. Never.
Wow.
Hey, Tom
Do you
McDonald.
have the red book, Nick?
Welcome.
I do have that. Yes, sir, I do. Mhm. And
Now,
I go in and
Can-
research everything as well before I even go.
Can's got an even better book you might want to get too.
Which one?
The blue one?
Oh no, what was that other one you showed us with
Pocket change?
I think so.
Yeah.
Strike it
Somebody
rich
else
with
was
Strike
just
it rich with pocket change. Yes, I
find
have
a
that.
strike it rich with pocket change.
And it was
Somebody
just
was going to.
published this, I think, in May. So it came out.
Yeah, there's a
again.
bunch of different versions, but what Nick was talking about and her excitement of just finding that, you know, the 1982 or finding that one, you know, coin and finding the W's when they came out, and it was like, and, you know, still, you know, to that, or finding silver and rolls. That's the fun of it, I think, in the short term, and I think and that's what keeps it kind of going in the long term, is just like, what could I find if I just get this sack of pennies from, you know, this person who was just collecting pennies for so long? You know, if I go through them all, what could I find, you know, in there? And it's like, what if that treasure hunting kind of like aspect of us all that I think gets ignited in coins, at least for me. And I hear with you, and I know Gunny gets excited about finding W's and things like that. We do battles, and anybody I think who just does that kind of hunting it's just, you get a charge out of it.
So it was like Christmas when you find it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. So, like I said, we've had Sea Monkey medals here before, and Nick's coins. This is our first time on our channel. Now, for those of you all don't know, we got Mr. Tiny Numismatic over here. He does so many videos with his daughter Zoe, and they're amazing videos when you get your daughter in there. And I that's what I love. You get these kids interested in coins instead of being on that PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So Tiny, how bad are you lagging?
I appreciate it. Yeah, she's a slick one, man. You got to watch her. I'm lagging pretty bad.
Well, she's a female. They're way ahead of us, so forget it.
Well, we'll give you a few seconds. We'll let you keep talking, though, Tiny. So go ahead.
Oh, they're way superior to our.
Oh my god,
Magden.
Yeah, right. We're just lucky to keep up barely.
Big old forehead.
Yeah.
Let
me see if I can get her in. I'm not feeling very well tonight, but let me see if I can get her in here for a second.
That really makes me think of something super important, Gunny, and I'm glad you brought it up, Zoe, and being a kid and bringing the kids into the hobby, because let's face it, they are the future of the collecting of the hobby, essentially. And if they don't get involved in this, the hobby essentially will wither. And now it might not fade away and die, but it definitely will get smaller. And that would be not a great thing, because this is such a wonderful hobby. And you get to meet so many awesome people. Yep. And if we can get those young people in here to do this and not just, trade Pokemon cards or whatever, and they can find real value in this, welcome aboard, get them all on board now. Because, not only that, but what happens when, let's say, because let's face it, we're the stewards of these collections that we're hoarding and making right now. And these collections are going to be there long after we're gone. And who are we going to give it to? We need to educate them to let them know what they have, because it will be a disservice to all the hours that we've worked to accumulate whatever we've got, for them to sell it under value and for them to not know what they have and to be taken advantage of. So we owe it to them, our future, the progeny, to educate them and bring them on board.
Congrats, George Lovelace. That's awesome. I'll never forget my excitement pulling a 1909 VDB from a bankroll.
Oh, I would be so excited.
Oh, that's a find right there, buddy.
That would be awesome.
I'm still looking for my S VDB.
The biggest
I was talking to my dad about that. The biggest
pull I've ever pulled was from Pocket Change. It was a 1932 Washington quarter.
Wow.
Amen.
That's a good key.
When we're on the topic of our kids, I love it how my daughter's sitting here right next to me. She's doing her artwork because it's touchscreen, and she had asked me before we went live on the stream. She was like, "Dad, do you like doing these streams?" I'm like, "Yeah," because the people we meet in here, it's amazing how small the world really is with this internet and how we can all connect, and it just amazes me every day.
How old is she?
She's a whopping 15 going on 21.
There you go. I got a 17-year-old, just turned 17, so they know everything.
Oh, this is my third daughter.
Sure do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Well, I have my 17. She just turned 17, and sweet 16 isn't so sweet.
I always tell her she's my favorite third-born daughter.
Yeah,
hey, Doug Ford. Yeah, I kind of go more with the raw coins. I slant more with raw coins. Good to see you, Hoosier Stacker. I'm not sure if I missed anybody else, but hi, people, if you're just watching. Glad you're here. Oh, there's Sea Monkey Models that Strike It Rich with Pocket Change right there.
I had to hook
I
up
love
my
the
camera.
keyboard.
Those are Cub Scouts.
Oh, that keyboard's insane. I need that.
My son has that.
So working out together. Cool, John.
Keyboard here.
Oh, that's a gamer keyboard for sure.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't have the gamer mouse pad though, because it would go underneath the keyboard and it'd be lit up too.
Yeah, I don't have the gaming mouse pad, but I do have both Razer keyboard and mouse.
Nice.
Yeah, that keyboard looks fire. Looks like lava.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's cool? In the middle of the night, that red is amazing in your room. I mean, and it doesn't hurt the eyes either.
Yeah, my whole computer's lit up in red too.
Yeah, it's easy
And
on
my
the eyes.
daughter's room is lit up in red and blue. She's got all those lights everywhere in her room. And sometimes I go in there and it's like, oh my gosh.
Man, you got yourself a nice safety meeting area there, don't you?
That's your 17-year-old that has the lights in there and everything?
Yes, all around the room, you know, and it looks like a disco. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my
I'm not
eyes.
sure how to
Yeah,
feel.
right. Just don't look at the machine directly.
Oh my gosh, it's off. But yeah, it's like lights that, you know, LED lights that they can stick on the walls now. I mean, you're
Yeah,
outside my house and it's blue in her room or red, but it's pretty.
it sure is. That
What's up,
reminds me, my
Shimpy?
daughter has one of
Big
those little
winner.
machines
Wimpy.
that I need to send to her college because she misses it.
She misses something from home.
Yeah, I got to
He's
send. Well,
having-
that item that sends the light, the LED lights all over the
Oh,
room
onto
in
the-
spots of
Oh.
red. Yeah,
Okay.
that little item. My daughter just messaged us this weekend saying, "Hey, could you send that to me? I miss it." And I'm like, "Okay." So that just reminded me. Thank you.
So that's a machine that sends it out. So they're not sticking on the wall.
No, it's just a machine.
Okay, well then don't tell my kid
Plugged
about
in
that,
somewhere.
because we don't need any more machines.
Here's a good question if whoever wants to jump in on this one. Well, let's see Monkey Metals have this one.
What do we got?
Tommy McDonald, can you read it? See Monkey, or you want me to read it to you?
Stops making the penny.
Yeah.
Then I would say collectability would probably go up.
Absolutely.
People would start becoming more and more interested in them because they no longer are being produced.
Yeah.
The older they get, the more money they're going to be worth.
I think they'll just change the metal content and move on. I really do. I think they'll keep the penny.
I agree. I agree with you.
I mean, they've been
What
talking
happened in
for
Canada
years
when
about
they
doing it, but
when they did away with the penny?
They don't seem to miss it in Canada.
I think if they get rid of the penny, everybody's taxes will go up.
You think so, Tony?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely. Because you
Yeah,
can't
'cause they
pay
have
in
to
3
round up.
cents anymore. They'll round up or down
They'll
now.
round it up or down. Yes.
They'll
Yeah.
round up.
Mhm.
They'll always
Yeah,
round up.
They'll
So-
always round up. Yeah.
At 2.51, at 2.51,
Yeah, they'll round up.
round
They
up.
won't. They won't go down.
Yeah,
Well, it
Well,
would take
probably
less
2
money for the government. No, I don't think so.
probably at 2.49. They might round down.
James Clark has a point or a theory. People will start collecting real coins, ancients.
Isn't that funny? How ancients are like you can buy an ancient Roman coin for like $20 that's been graded. Isn't that wild? And then you got and then you go try and find a 2020 American Innovation coin for Massachusetts, and you're going to pay $100. I mean, it's just
Oh, I
it's
have that
incredible.
coin. It's beautiful, though.
It really
I love
is,
That,
yeah.
coin. That Massachusetts
Mhm.
is really well done. That,
How did you- How did you acquire that?
through the mint?
Okay, good job.
Yeah, but that was like right when it came out as well.
Good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's
it
the
was
only
so
way you really
pretty. I
want
loved
to.
it. I love it.
Do you love any of
So-
the new American Innovation coins this year? The designs for this year? Have you any caught your eye?
No, I'm not excited about that. No.
I'm excited about one, Silver Stacker. You got me excited about one, and there's a personal reason I have it. I got a mule and her name is Sal, 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She's a good old worker and a good old pal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. Low bridge, everybody down. Low bridge, 'cause we're coming to your town. And you'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. So I have a real connection with the Erie Canal, and so that New York coin, I'm gonna have to get at least one roll of them.
They're almost gone.
I know
Really?
you told me in the last video. I was like, I got to get on it before they're gone.
Yeah, there's only about 1,000 rolls of the Denver's left because the Philadelphias are sold out.
I don't even know if there's 1,000 of Denver. Let me check it out right now. I'll go to the.
That's what it was when I texted you earlier today, Stacker.
Yeah, I know. But
I'm collecting the
No.
proof set.
yeah, those
and,
are beautiful.
I am getting the
Stacker.
proof sets and I'm getting the reverse proof sets for sure. I love the exact program itself, but none of them really jumped out at me like the Hubble telescope last year. I really love that one.
Yep. That's the only one I've got right now in reverse. I need to work.
It's
on
weird
all
because
the
they
rest.
they changed it from the Erie Canal to the Barge Canal. So, or then either vice versa, and then they changed it to the Barge Canal for a little while, and then they changed it, I think, back to the Erie Canal. I always knew it as the
Mr.
Erie Canal,
Creepy.
but it's historical.
The
part
barge
of
canal
upstate
just
New York.
doesn't have that ring to it.
Albany to Buffalo.
Right.
Albany to Buffalo. Yeah, the barge canal just doesn't sound right. Erie Canal sounds better.
And you guys were talking about ancient coins earlier when we were on the honeymoon in North Carolina. We got 3 of the ancient Roman coins. I don't know, $6-7 a piece. You know.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I would like to have some ancient coins from Israel.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they be like gold or silver? I mean, they unearthed some really expensive coins there.
I would love to find one of those. Something I can afford.
I think they're always digging there, and they're always coming up with something. It's pretty
Something,
incredible.
yeah.
A friend pulled an AU 58 beautiful 4142 Merc or 41 over 42 Merc 42 over 41 Merc LCS bargain bin for $1. I would have told the guy something.
Gunny, are you there?
Oh, I'm
He's
sorry.
eating.
Yeah. Me and my wife just went through all the Merc dimes that my dad left us, and I was hoping we had one of those 42 over 41s, but nope, didn't have it. 41 over 42s, whatever. But damn, we were hoping.
You got a 16D?
No.
I heard the Erie Canal cut.
I wish I had a
shipping
handful of 16Ds.
80%.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, connected the
Dude.
Hoosier Stacker connected through Niagara,
Hi,
through
guys.
the Niagara River, I think.
Hi, Gen X.
Oh, I thought that was it was Nick, and I thought it was
When I saw Gen X, and I said,
no, it's okay. I
sorry.
thought it was Zoe. I thought Zoe was speaking. I was like, hey, it wasn't Zoe. I forgot what I was talking about. It was something about
It was Zoe.
What?
She decided to come in here with me.
Oh,
It is Zoe. Hi,
hi,
Zoe.
Okay.
So the travel time was cut from, let's say it was 2 weeks, it went down to 5 days.
Hi.
You connected
So
the great
2 weeks by Stagecoach, 5 days by the Erie Canal on that boat. So that pack boat, incredible
Yeah, so-
transformation in technology.
connected like New York City through through Niagara River, and then it went to the Erie Canal, and then it went out to Lake Erie, which then could connect with the other Great Lakes.
Yeah, it's an amazing invention. I mean, it still has, I guess, reverberations today. We can still feel its effects today. I mean, if you go to the Erie Canal, there's shopping, there's events, there's festivals.
There's the tow path that you can walk and run down, where there was a tow path because they would have the mules and they would just they would really slowly tow. And now that you can walk it and stuff, there's restaurants that they've built out by the water.
So I come from Los Angeles. You know this, Gunny. You know this, Can.
Yeah.
And in Los Angeles, they don't honor their history that much. Not often. They'd rather tear it down and build something.
Certain neighborhoods they try to, but then
they do.
They get.
But there's so much money.
Get into
right.
gentrification or anything, but
I'll tell you what. In New York, they really celebrate their history there. They really appreciate what they've got there. And then it's so magical to be able to know what you have while you have it. Because you know what?
It was a great place to grow up. Looking back on it, honestly, like upstate New York was a great place to grow up. And I complained about it because I wanted to be in the city. I wanted to be where there was action, but we made our own stuff because in the winter they would drain it. So if say the bank is right here and the water level is usually right here, in the wintertime they drain it down to like here, so it was really low, and then we could ice skate on it. And so we would just throw our skates on. Some of our friends had ponds that we could do, but if we didn't, we'd just go to the canal and just skate on the canal. In the summertime or the late summer, we would start our soccer triple sessions. Some of us had pools, but if we couldn't get to somebody's house in time, we would just go and we would jump off the locks. And if you don't know what locks are on a canal, they're really interesting to see. I won't go through the whole thing, but we would go when the water was normal, and we would go to the top of the lock and we would just jump off it into the canal. It's pretty fun.
Wow. It's how they raise the elevation of a boat, basically.
Yeah. When the land would elevate, it would get you in a chamber, and then it would fill the chamber, and then the boat would lift,
Yep.
and then it would rise you to a new level, and then
Yep.
it would maybe go into another one. There'd be a few maybe staggered in
Like
a
a
row.
staircase for boats.
Really interesting. Like I
Oh,
don't
like
know.
the Panama Canal. So it's a lot like the Panama Canal.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
right.
they got one of those
Okay,
here in
now I
Charleston.
understand it.
Yeah,
Okay.
this was a real innovation. I mean, this was a big deal for back in the day.
Wow.
This is a
It's huge.
very
I have a.
still
I'm
celebrated
won-
to this day.
Well,
I wonder if they're right over there. I'm gonna go look. I have a thing of postcards from the making of it, and
Yes,
all
that's right.
Oh,
they're
cool.
super super cool.
now I've been to Niagara
Good night and
Falls.
take care,
on the
Silver
Canadian
Sliver.
side.
Good night, Silver Sliver. Okay,
That would
folks.
be a fun place
Thanks
to
for
go.
having me. Have a great week. Great to see you as well, Silver Sliver. Thank you for coming by as always.
So really quick, hey Tiny, is Zoe still there?
Just tell everybody. Yeah, Zoe's still here.
Okay, I got a question for Miss Zoe since she's here. What got you into doing these coins with your dad? Do you like doing the videos and all that stuff?
Hey
What
Zoe,
guy
welcome
doing
to the
coins
channel.
with me?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Honestly, I don't. I just like collecting things, I guess.
Well, trust me, when we listen to you on those videos, I know how old you are, and you sound way older than most people are at your age, and you talk so good in those videos, and that's what I like about it with you there.
Very well spoken, Zoe. Very well spoken.
Amen.
Bye.
Very knowledgeable as well.
I guess Tiny, she said, "I'll see you later," huh?
But you gotta go.
Thank you guys.
All right, have a good night. Take care of yourself.
I hope you feel
Be safe.
better.
I gotta go.
Bye. I like that keyboard, Sea Monkey.
Thanks.
That's really
Yeah,
pretty.
she's not feeling very well tonight. She's
Yeah.
overwhelmed right now.
Oh,
Well, we all understand. We're not trying to put her on the spot or nothing, even though we just did.
a little bit. A little
She
bit.
did good. She did really good.
I mean, I just did. I'll take the blame for that one.
Usually she'll talk your head off, but she just well, you're always putting people on the spot. Gunny, quit it.
Yeah, Gunny, you didn't mean nothing by it. No worries.
So I'll let Tiny, you go ahead and answer that question that's on the screen, buddy.
Yes, I do. I think it's very worth it to collect
very
presidential
collectible.
medals.
Very collectible. There's a big market, a bigger market than you would think.
They give you a part of your history,
Can.
and
Nice.
it just keeps it going for years and years to come. You pass them down, and it's like back who's Grover Cleveland. Kids today don't know who Grover Cleveland is. If you have the medal,
Yeah, value Donald.
if you have
is
the
more than
medal,
just money.
then you can say, "Hey, this is him. This is what he did."
So while they don't
And it's kind of a
retain-
living set, right? I mean, it's kind of, well, it's not a living set, but I mean, it's continuing on and on. It's something that you can pass down and to your children and make generational wealth, right? From George Washington until how many generations from presidents till now, and how many
Right.
generations from now. It's kind of an interesting, cool set.
I'm collecting the presidential dollars in the Proof 69 NGC graded slabs.
Ooh.
And I've got like 7 of them so far. And I know they didn't complete the set, but it's still, something. It's got historical value. I can teach my son about the presidents with them.
That's right.
Oh, absolutely.
There's so much history too. I think it was Coin House did
Absolutely.
a video on
That's how it started with Zoe.
presidential coin. And who knew this guy that was born in 1800s still has grandchildren today, alive.
Right?
Wow.
I think it was Silverhound that did a video on the presidential coin, and it was amazing. Tons of history.
Yeah, I definitely like those, and that's why I'm at the Crossroads next week when they're doing what is it? Next week they're doing the ASE double reverse proof, and then the week after they're doing a George Bush set, and I kind of want that one because they're doing a reverse proof of George Bush in there, and I'm like going, oh, which one do I get? And I know everybody says get the double reverse proof, but man, it's like, oh my God, what do I do?
Yeah, it's only 4 short days after the reverse proof 2-coin set designer edition. The
Do you
Bush
think those would be
comes out.
popular? I'm
What's
sorry.
that?
Wait, do you think those would be popular?
I personally do, but it's also some of them. If you look on eBay, the older ones they did, they're not worth anything. But you got some that are worth more than others. Bush's is not going to be. I'm thinking I'm going to listen to the other guys when we're in the green room. I think I'm just going to hold out and I'll get it later because it's probably going to be way cheaper. Because I don't think this one, because he wasn't the greatest of presidents in history. Most people didn't like him. I did, but
I liked him too. I really liked him.
it's just a matter of what the masses think. Was he that popular? Like, was he an Abraham Lincoln? Like, Lincoln's is just expensive if you to go look that
Well,
up.
listen, now this guy did sign the 1992 ADA Act. Okay, that is a really big deal. Okay, that saves a lot of Americans' behinds a lot of trouble, and I mean it gives people sidewalks that they can get their wheelchair off of. With ramps. Okay. Now, certain people do, make lawsuits for people that don't have those ADA accommodations, but really, I honestly think that was President Bush's major accomplishment was the ADA Act of 1992. It was
and
amazing.
I didn't even know that. That's amazing to know.
Yeah.
I mean,
he did that for us. He did that for all of us. He made sure that buildings that were more than certain stories had elevators so that people who had limited mobility, who weren't ambulatory, could get up to the top floor. I mean, this guy, that's a humanitarian thing to do. It really is.
That's big. That's a big deal. But I think he also did a lot of other things that we, because of the political atmosphere, really don't know.
It's huge.
Well, one of the things to me, what people don't realize about him, yes, he was vice president for 8 years. He was also deputy director of the CIA. He was an ambassador. I mean, he has done so much. Yes, it's the Bush family, but he was really, really active, and he did a lot of good things, I think. Not even just president, but even pre-presidency,
Yes, he did. And so did his son, too.
So you want to see the Erie Canal?
I do.
Let's see it. Let's see it, buddy.
Gunny, you're in charge, right? Oh, there we go. Thanks, buddy. All right, 1908 to 1909, Series 1. Here's the, so basically Albany to Buffalo. There's Buffalo, but it doesn't go all the way to Albany. Rochester is right in the middle. There's Rochester. And then it doesn't go, it goes to Clyde Junction, something. Anyways, we'll just show you the fun ones. There's a bridge going up. We used to jump off the bridges too, not just the there's where they're starting to dig.
Look at that, man. That's history right there.
That's
Here we
in
go.
the canal. You're underwater right there. If
Yeah,
you're
so
there
here
right
it
now.
is.
That's
Digging
awesome.
New York State Erie Canal 1908 with the steam shovel.
Wow. You scored, dude.
This is my
awesome.
I
That
grew up
thing's
on
massive.
Port Town. That's all I'll say. I grew up on the Erie Canal, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And so these I was just drawn to. I saw these in an antique shop many, many years ago, and I had to pick them up. Spencerport, New York, 1909, Union Street Bridge under construction looking west.
Oh, wow. Very
So
cool.
just a lot of cool. There's the mules just digging. It was all hand dug. The whole thing was hand dug. I mean, like without machines and major like digging machines like trench stuff. It was pretty crude. So interesting though.
Just think of the technology of what they had and how they built it compared to now. I mean, those were some workers back then, buddy.
Yeah, all that rock.
Well, that's when you could go to work drunk, though. Come on.
Hey, but guess what? Guess
Come
what?
on.
OSHA was not open.
Hey,
there was
let me
different
tell you what.
standards and procedures. It was okay.
A rock would
Yeah,
fall on some dude's
no-
hand, and he wasn't looking for workman's comp.
No.
There are no there's no like barriers or any kind of railings or anything. There's just lumber everywhere. Like who knows? Just don't step on it.
Hey, I think somebody killed Fred. Just bury him. Nobody's going to find him.
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Just
Yeah.
don't go there.
That's northern.
There's a
right
railroad bridge, I believe. So that it's cool because it shows all. Actually, let me see if it says railroad bridge.
Maybe that's the problem, Stacker. People aren't allowed to drink when they go to work.
1909, Adams Basin, looking east. First bridge was built to replace Christie's Bridge in background. Oh, first bridge removed in 1977. Interesting. Oh, there's the other bridge in the background. Yeah, pretty cool. Sometimes they would just leave a bridge. There's a place on the New York State Thruway where there's just a bridge, and there's nothing around it, and it's a historic thing like that where they probably just left one of those bridges. Or they left the old bridge and then just built another one parallel to it or something.
Cheaper to leave it.
That's
there
what
than
they
to tear
that's
it
what they
down.
dug with. That's it right there.
Wow.
Boy.
Scooper bucket. That's a scoop. That's a scooper bucket, don't you know?
Don't you know?
You need one of those for your Newfoundland.
New York State Erie Canal, Newfoundland. Not
That's a big pooper scooper.
that is a scooper.
Now you
Getting
guys
brown.
get it.
There's a lot of fiber in that. A lot of fiber. Swollen blow.
That was good.
You know what I like? You know what I like most about all this? It does not take much to get Nick to laugh, and I love it.
I bet you're Raisin Bran.
Oh, here we go. What's this? S. Morey and Son established 1870. Dry goods, clothing, shoes, hats, caps, furnishings, carpets, something cloth, oilcloth, etc. Laundry agency.
That's a new meaning
Yeah.
of one-stop shop.
Yeah, that's a bodega and more. So cool. Fairport,
That's
New
the
York.
Walmart back in the day, right there.
Yeah,
That's
that was
right.
everything. Yep. Fairport, New York, 1908. Main Street looking north. Lift bridge and tower in background. Oh, so a lift bridge. Let me tell you what a lift bridge is. A lift bridge is, okay, if this is the bridge right here, and it comes up on this side and it comes up on this side, right? The road.
Mhm.
Well, it has like, things like this. And what it does is it just goes straight up and down. So it just lifts straight up and down. It doesn't go like, it just literally has a hydraulic on this side and a hydraulic on this side. And it lifts up. And once, this is the cool thing too, once it's at the top, then obviously the boat can go through.
Can you make
But
that
you
noise
can go on
again?
you can climb on the stairs and you can climb up there and you can, while it's up there on the highest level, you can, it's not that high, but as a kid, you're like, cool, let's walk up, when the boats come through. And so you can like literally just like go up the staircase and hang out and then it just lowers you back down. And it has like a gate that comes down on the front, in each, and you have to wait, holds up traffic on Main Street every time. Look at that thing. That's not a roller coaster. That's a bridge.
Hey, Can, check the question out on the screen for you.
Do you think it would be a worthy trip to take one of the rental boats out on the Erie Canal? If you just took it on your own, I wouldn't get like a guided one, Psychedelic Rob. I love your name, by the way. I would just go like I would get like a canoe or something. My parents were in a canoe club where they would just canoe down the canal, like,
And they'll let you take the locks for free, by the way.
they'll let you take. Oh yeah, they'll let you go.
Yeah, if you're in a canoe or one of the river boats, you can use.
They have
the
a person
locks
kind of
for free.
yeah.
Yep.
Each lift bridge or each lock has a person that mans the thing. So.
Can I may I ask you a question? What kind of
course.
canoes did your parents like? What kind of canoes?
What kind of what?
What brand of canoe did your parents have in their club?
Oh dear God! It was before I was born, Nick. So I don't know.
Is Mama Can in the chat?
I live in a town called Old Town, and we make Old Town canoes. They're very famous.
I don't know if she is. If she is, Mom, what kind of canoes did you guys have?
Well, Old Town canoes I'm very familiar with.
Silver Golden Guitars knows what they are. Thanks, James Clark. These are fun.
Yeah.
Nick, you were in Georgia. Where do you live at though?
I live in Maine now, but I was in Georgia for about 10 years. That's where my husband is from.
Okay.
So we lived down there. We lived about an hour south of Atlanta, but he's from an hour north of Jacksonville, Florida, in Waycross, Georgia, where CSX.
Railroad.
Okay, so you were just down there on what, Family Matters or vacation?
Well,
They used to live in Smyrna,
visiting the
Georgia.
in-laws, yes.
Right
And
next to Marietta.
yes, that's where
Yep.
I lived. I lived next to Marietta, around the Atlanta area. Well, about an hour south.
Northwest of Atlanta. They got the big pie in the sky there and the Atlanta Braves Stadium. I think it was called SunTrust. That's right.
Falcons and then the aquarium. I mean, there's so much to do in that area. So much.
Now, I didn't mean to cut you off, Can. Were you done with your slideshow?
Yeah, it's okay. There's a few more, but it doesn't. You kind of got the idea. I was just kind of wanting to show you some of.
Okay.
Because he just triggered those memories. Son of a Silver Stacker did when he did the.
I think those
American
are awesome,
Innovation
Can.
They're very awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, I wanted to share them with you guys too, because it's where I grew up, so I just have that affinity to it. But it's a story worth telling, and just kind of my experience with it. I kind of think of it as like the railroad tracks from and I'll tell you one little wise tale or this folklore. Stand By Me, right? When they all just go and they they go, and we had a set of railroad tracks too. So the railroad tracks kind of went. I think they went parallel, but they were, not super close, but not super far away in our town either from the canal. So the canal was maybe here, and then uptown was the the railroad tracks. Excuse me. So, anyways, it always kind of just reminded me when I go with my friends, when I saw Stand By Me, it was just kind of like, thankfully we didn't see any dead bodies on the railroad tracks, or we didn't go looking for them, but there was always this like, be careful now, because somebody's older brother back in 19 or whenever, early sometime, jumped through they jumped off the locks, or they jumped off of a bridge, and they went through a cow's corpse. So just be careful jumping in the canal, because there's a cow's corpse in the canal.
And that was the community myth right there. That was the
yes, the
That's
cow's
awesome.
corpse. If one of my family members are in the chat, please back me on this one. But yes, that there was a cow that had just been dumped in the canal or something, and somebody, when they were drunk one night or whatever, they jumped off the thing and they went through the cow's corpse.
Every community has one story that lingers on as a legend forever and ever.
Yeah,
it's just after generation after generation.
That was it for the our town's Erie Canal story. So, what's up with your computer lighting up like
West
that?
Virginia's
you got the disco keyboard.
You mean white?
Yeah, it's the Razer Ornata Chroma. It's got all kinds of different lighting effects.
It's beautiful. It's very pretty to look at.
What does a keyboard like that go for?
James Brown is dead.
About 100.
My mouse is like that.
Yeah, $100. I kind of figured that. Yeah.
It's very pretty.
Tiny, weren't you going to say something about West Virginia and having the what was that? I missed it.
There's a urban legend here it's called 22 Mine Road. There was a woman that was hitchhiking, and she got hit by a car, and so the story goes. And what she was doing was she was helping push her out of the road when she was hit. And on this mining road that goes up to an old mines, they say if you on this hill facing uphill, put it in neutral, let off the brake, it will roll back and stop, and she'll actually start pushing you up the hill.
What?
That's creepy.
Weird.
That's some Twilight Zone stuff right there.
You put it to
And
the
people
test.
have actually put like baby powder on the back of their car, and I've actually seen handprints.
Come on.
Tiny, have you done that?
I'm serious.
Have you tried it? Have you put it to the
I don't
test?
know what they were smoking, but the story goes that they seen handprints.
Wow. That'd be something though, huh?
Did you?
I don't
see
know
them?
that I would want to do that. Would you guys actually go do
yeah, I've
something like
tried it.
that? Would you
The car
tempt your
does
fate?
roll, but I believe it's an optical illusion on the hill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'd
smart.
probably do it.
That's smart.
Little baby handprints with the baby
Oh,
powder.
Can
I think it's actually
you'd
going
go?
downhill instead of uphill.
So Can would go. That's one vote yes.
I would go.
Gunny, you said no. You're
I'd
out.
put it to the test.
Okay.
I'm out.
Okay. Nick Coins is out. That's
Who's
2
riding
outs.
with me?
Okay. Sea Monkey,
I'll go
are
by
you?
myself.
Oh, I'd totally go. Have you guys
Okay.
ever heard
All right,
of?
Sea Monkey Metals and myself.
So
We're
it's
going.
You
even.
guys ever heard of the Oregon Vortex?
No.
Oregon Vortex. And
Greg
Okay,
Welch
so-
will go.
Okay,
Gypsy's
so it's
in.
an
Mary's
area
in.
of magnetic.
Yes, I have. It's like a mystery
disturbance.
hole, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ooh.
and like water will flow
Ooh.
uphill. They
That's
build
very cool.
they build houses square, but when you walk into them, you'll be taller on one side of the house than on the other. And it's
I've-
just really weird
I've
stuff.
been to a place like that, Sea Monkey Metals, and it was called the Wonder Spot in
We have
Wisconsin.
one of those in West Virginia. It's actually called the mystery hole.
Yeah,
Heard
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
and
there's
if
one
you hang on
down,
a bar, you're literally going sideways, and you can go on a chair against the wall, and just the back two posts of the
Legs of the chair.
chair will be up against the wall, and you can just sit in it. Things like
They
that.
have that at Knott's Berry Farm.
Hey,
At least they
Sandy
used
Sanchez Handyman. Hello,
Yeah,
Tribe.
they-
Running late, but glad I could join. They took the area down. Too many people doing it. I have done it. No handprints.
Another one from
but
West
it did
Virginia is
roll.
the famous one, the moth.
They took that area down. He's talking about the thing. He's done it. I've
Yeah,
done it.
they'll-
No handprints, but it did roll.
They'll take
Interesting.
pictures of people at the Oregon Vortex standing next to each other, and the person on the left will be shorter than the person on the right. Then they'll switch places, and the person on the left will still be shorter than the person on the right.
Wow.
And it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You're yeah. It's
in
just
Gold Hill, Oregon.
yeah, down there by Medford and whatnot.
Grants Pass.
Hey,
Yep.
stay free. Good to see a
Down-
place like
down
that in
where-
Florida that's like that.
Down there where Paula's at, if you know live coin Q&A.
Yeah, I've been down there. Wow.
Yeah, I've got family down
Who's your
there, so I've
stacker?
been
Hey,
down there.
Halloween's coming up. Road trip. Let's go.
Well, what
Oh,
about
I
the
like
famous
that.
one from West Virginia? It's like world famous, the Mothman.
So,
Man, that sounds
Mothman.
exciting.
what's that?
everybody think of that?
Connie?
I think he's going to be bummed when he comes to my bonfire.
Yeah, the Silver Bridge, the Silver Bridge accident.
Mm.
I've
know John
heard the
Denver.
name, but I don't know the myth or the details.
He said to show catastrophic accidents and stuff before they happen.
Oh.
A man-sized creature that flies through the air are like moth wings, huge, got red eyes.
Trippy. Mothman, the bridge.
Crazy. It's
Spooky stuff.
what is the name of the place? It's in West Virginia.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I were to ever to go to that place y'all were talking about,
Point Pleasant.
you put the baby powder on, you back up, and you don't see nobody around, and there are handprints on my car, I'm going to scream like a 6-year-old girl, and I'm running home. Now, not happening.
And that's a big tough Marine telling you this.
I was just gonna say, says the big gunner Marine.
Who said
What I was
who said
thinking
I
with
was
the
big and
handprints,
tough?
I think there were
Well,
handprints already
wait a
on the car.
because there's
And then when they
different
put the
types of
baby
warfare,
powder on
right?
it,
He's
the
like, if I
oil
know I
from the
can
hand
shoot it,
showed
I'm
through the
fine.
baby powder.
I've been retired from the Marine Corps for 11 years. I'm almost 50 years old. There's nothing big and bad about this guy anymore, okay?
Well, I'm
Gunny-
following you
Gunny-
anywhere, so I guess I'm not going either.
Gunny's got you covered on physical combat. He doesn't have you covered on spiritual combat, right?
right.
So you know what I just realized?
Need a priest or something for that one.
Exactly.
The two scrawny vegetarian vegans are the ones that are willing to go.
Yes.
Yes, I like my meat.
Because I'm a vegetarian, Can's
Well,
a vegan.
I mean,
I eat fish.
I got you
so-
covered, though, boys. I was a cage fighter and pro wrestler for 10 years, so you guys ain't got to worry about nothing.
Oh, you coming with us?
I'm just gonna read. So, have you all ever heard of the spiral staircase in Santa Fe that was built with no nails or screws back in the 1800s? That sounds like a. Did the Amish people make it? Sounds like it's a tongue and groove kind of staircase.
That or
feet.
it's
Well, if you guys really want to come to Pet Cemetery, I know my grandparents are buried in Pet Cemetery, but it's really not a pet cemetery. But Stephen King takes all his movies here. He lives 10 minutes down the road. I went to school with his youngest son. So, but I don't read any of his stories.
Yeah, I couldn't either. I don't even watch scary movies. Ever since I had kids, I just can't deal with that.
I never did in my entire life watch a scary movie.
Are you
Yeah.
scared?
You know what happened to me? So in 1979, my stepdad brought me to see Alien in the movie theater.
Oh,
I was 9 years old. Okay, I had to watch that movie from the back of the theater. I kept going out there on the lobby and taking a breather here and there. It was just so intense. I couldn't take it. But really, scary movies don't do it for me. I don't even to this day. I really don't do it. Doesn't do it for me. I like comedies, romantic comedies, action adventures.
yeah.
Give me some good
They don't.
Indiana Jones, Harry Potter.
Gen
I'm
X,
a
remind me
big,
what-
big horror freak.
Oh,
remind
really?
me of the one built in a church. I forgot what I was talking about. I'm thinking about something else. I forget it. I forget what happens in the chat 2 minutes before or a minute before.
Benny, I'm sure in Waycross, Georgia, in the swamp, there's some pretty big stories of people being fed to the alligators. Have you been
Oh,
up
the
that
staircase.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've heard of that.
way? And there's not much to Waycross. You just go through it and you have restaurants and gators.
Hey, look, I finally got somebody on my side. Stay away from ghosts. There you go.
Yep.
Now look,
I agree.
it's not that I'm afraid of them, but the minute I see one, forget it. Forget it.
Have you seen one in real life, Gunny?
I'm gonna go with nope.
No.
No. Can you seen a real ghost?
My house
in
thing,
real life?
Gunny, because you'll see one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have. Yes.
Yeah. How about
See
you?
a ghost on the computer, when you're being ghosted.
No. Like
I don't
Well,
think
apparition.
I've seen anything.
The
in real
closest
life,
thing
no.
I can tell you of what I've seen of one is right after my father passed. Was it last year? Yeah, he passed last year in February. Whenever we came over to this house, because now it's our house now that both parents are gone, we drive up to the house. It's 10 acres, long driveway, and you look up on the porch, and I could always swear my dad's sitting in his chair. He just turns his corner and looked to see who's coming. And I was driving up there by myself probably a month after he passed, and I swear to God, he was sitting on that porch. But to me, it's just more in my brain of what I was used to seeing driving up there. Now, was he? I'm not going to say he was or wasn't, but it's just one of those wow moments.
Did you see the color clothes he was wearing or anything like that, or was it?
He
black and
had
white?
his flannel shirt on like he always wear, man. That's all
His
he
favorite
ever
was it
wore.
his favorite clothes, right? Yep,
Pretty
that's
much,
ghosts.
yeah.
That's how ghosts are. They're in their favorite clothes.
I
They
bet
He
it
just,
was.
he just sitting on that table like he always did, doing his crossword puzzles.
Oh,
That's so cool.
I don't think I've ever seen anything, but I did have one creepy encounter.
I have a ghost
slash
story.
incident.
All right, Tiny, since we've done all the talking and you've been lagging, we're going to be quiet so you can give us this story, please.
And then sea monkeys next.
I was driving out west. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's
No,
you.
no.
It's you, Tiny.
It's you, then sea monkey.
He'll catch up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I was driving out west when I drove truck,
no crosses.
and I could tell, and it was real foggy at the bottom of the hill. And it was in the middle of summer. It was about 95, 96 degrees. I'm talking hot. Air conditioner was blaring in the truck. And I come down through into the fog, and when I'm into the fog, it instantly got ice cold in the truck. I mean, to the point where I turned the air conditioner off and they're on. And I'm feeling the vents of the truck, and the heat is blaring me in the hand, but it's not getting any. And this goes on for 45 seconds to a minute. And all of a sudden, I come out of the fog, and it's so hot in that truck. I actually whipped it off the road, set the brakes, and skidded for about 150 feet and jumped out of the truck. That's how hot it was in that truck. And I look back, and the fog is gone.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's weird. That's a creepy one.
That'd be a great movie, man. Or a great scene in a
Then
movie.
when my wife was my girlfriend. I lived in my grandfather's house who had just passed. She asked me who the older gentleman I lived with.
Ooh.
I said, well, my grandfather just passed last month. She goes, well, he just walked from that bedroom to that bath.
Did she describe his clothes, what he wore?
Absolutely.
Was it his favorite clothes?
She knew everything was wearing. A pair of boxers and a white t-shirt.
Yeah.
Sounds like any dad's favorite pair of clothes.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome.
That's cool. I love the family connection too. What was yours, Sea Monkey?
Oh, mine was more of a creepy, and I don't know if it was something I should have been scared of or thankful of, but I was out driving kind of on a back road with my girlfriend at the time in an older car that I'd never had any issues with, and it was starting to get dark. It was dusk time, driving along, and we're starting to work our way back in towards like rock quarries and woods and working our way away from town out into the like no cell service areas. And I'm coming around this corner, and I'm not driving fast or anything. I mean, I'm 35, which is appropriate for the road. And like all of a sudden, I have this what you would describe as a premonition. You see an event to happen moments ahead of time, like literal seconds ahead of time. And I like saw myself driving around the corner that I was coming up on, and the headlights on my car went out. And now that vision in my head only lasted a second. And I shrugged it off, and I was like, well, that's weird. That would suck. And all of a sudden I go around that corner and my headlights went out.
On UFOs.
And so I slammed on my brakes, which, you know, we're only doing
Nice.
35, so it wasn't a big deal.
Nice.
Now, it was only the headlights. The parking lights, my dash lights, all the other lights in the car were still working. And I looked over at my girlfriend. I was like, what the F? She looks at me. She's like, what? I was like, the headlights just went out. And so I started fiddling with the switches and, you know, because it was an older car, the floor bright switch and nothing. Didn't get nothing. And so I was like, we're getting out of here. And I put it in reverse.
That's an old
and
Ford
started
right
backing out. And I backed up around the corner and did kind of like a reverse U-turn up into a grade of a driveway, you know,
Wow.
backed up the grade a little bit, put it back into drive and started rolling down the driveway and back out onto the road. And as I slowly rolled by my parking lights, because I'm like, at this point, I'm like, shoot, I got to go slow. I can't see nothing. I'm like slowly coming around that corner, and right at the same exact point where my headlights went out, they came back on. Like literally the same exact point.
Mile marker, yeah.
Right. And I looked over at her and I was like, we're getting out of here. And I floored it because I don't know what was going on. Something stopped me from going back there into the wilderness at night with my girlfriend.
Intuition.
I'm thinking, what do you call the guardian angel?
I was going to say something else, but
intervened. Otherwise,
I
if it wasn't that, there was a demonic force out there trying to mess with me.
Oh.
And I managed to get away from it.
Yeah,
either way, it was creepy, and yeah, I don't like going back there. And unfortunately, I'm forced to deliver one newspaper down that road to that same exact spot where that happened to me, and I got to do it at
mail the paper
at 3 in the morning.
Like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh
and
my
what
God!
happens? Does that same thing happen, or do you walk it in?
No, I mean, I drive it. I'm in a totally different car now, and it's been 15 years since that happened, but
wow,
it's still the feeling is like it happened yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. So fresh.
I don't like going down that road at night. I don't like doing it.
That's incredible.
Well, I have a
news
more
story.
uplifting story. I'm sorry that happened to you, Sea Monkey, and I'm glad that you shared it though, because it was fun getting into the ghost stories.
Yeah,
Definitely
it was creepy.
trippy and creepy. I saw this earlier and it totally uplifted me, and then I just thought about it a little bit more, and it's just a like 2 minute clip I'll play, and just bear with me, but it's a commentary on human behavior, and I just love it because it's like I'll explain it afterwards, and I'll get people's takes on it. But Gunny, are you in charge of the thing?
Yeah, ready? Here we go. One
Yeah.
second.
So this
Boom.
is at the Sasquatch Music Festival in 2009. So one guy had been dancing, and then another guy joined him. So one guy started a whole dance party. So the guy without no shirt had been dancing by himself,
So the
and then
pasty
a guy
guy doing
joined
the
him.
chicken dance got everybody going. That's awesome. That's what it
So
takes,
sorry
though.
that it's shaky, but it's more of the
That's
it's
awesome.
more the sentiment, and it totally just it got me thinking. Now we got a little crew.
Courage, like fear, is
The
contagious.
old adage, lead
Oh
by
my gosh.
example. And
Yeah, it's contagious. Moods are contagious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that reminds me of like a baseball or or a football game, the wave. One person just starts
oh,
doing it.
don't get me
Yeah,
started on moods.
yeah.
I'm bipolar, so I have
Once
every
there's like
mood.
4 people up there, everyone's like, well, shoot, I'll get up there. Nobody's going to be looking at me.
Right.
Exactly. So it's like everybody, yeah, and this is why I want to. It's he started by himself and he was just grooving, and you got to give it to the second guy though too, because the second guy made it really happen as well, because he was the one who was brave enough to just go up and be
He
like,
second the motion.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I second that emotion, and boom, like I think I'm grooving on this guy's energy, and so, and what it tells you is one person's energy can do.
So,
Who was taping you dancing like that? I know it wasn't me. That was not me with no shirt on. It could have been me though. And honestly, I related to that type of, because I'll just dance like no one's. I'll dance in the rain like no one's looking, and I don't care. And it's like, but it can be, and that to me, it really did just say like in volumes, like what one person can really do, and it was illustrated in such a beautiful, moment on the side of a hill right there.
So what
And
you just witnessed, Can, is what you've said before, and I want to reiterate it because it's so important. You just watched one person ignite all those lights. Think about that. Whew.
yeah, and it's like they didn't want to be the only one, to go up there. But then once other people went up there, they didn't want to be left out of it. They didn't want to be alone by themselves.
Because the
And
equilibrium and the balance had changed.
it's an interesting thing for us to really kind of think about. And it's like, which one are you in that scenario? And are you satisfied? And I was thinking about this the other night. And where are we spending our energy? And is it getting you what you want? Because we have energy and we have like time, and whatever we spend that on, you know are you happy with what that's getting you? And if you're not, then it's just a rhetorical question, but it's like, and so there are times, and I was talking to McHammer was like, he goes through stuff, and I get it, and I talked to him about and I see Nick behind you is I'm glad you got it. It's his drawing that you got, and and I help him kind of understand things, because he doesn't quite read things the way that a lot of us do. And so but then he does understand once you kind of, break it down to him. Uh, and I don't know, it was something that it was basically just kind of the whole thing of, we're if we focus on people who are against us, then we'll kind of like, that'll be our experience. And if we focus on it's like count your blessings and not your problems. It's really acting out that thing of like, yeah, there will be people who come into your life, and the fact is, you're not going to like everybody on YouTube. You're not going to like everybody in the world, and YouTube's just kind of a microcosm of the world. So if you understand that, but you still can coexist. You can be peaceful with the people that you don't like. You just don't go on YouTube if people are on that channel or at that
think-
time, or
I think Can you said something so important right now, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. You know, when you said that you sat down and you took some time to talk to
McHammer.
McHammer.
Gosh.
Yep, McHammer.
You know, it's so important that we connect with people. And obviously you connected with McHammer because he wouldn't have listened to you and he wouldn't have taken it to heart and he would have understood it. Because we need to, because look, a lot of us really don't understand what's going on around us and we misinterpret things.
Yeah.
And because we misinterpret things, we don't have a true, real, responsible experience. Okay. Because not all of us have good judgment. Okay. Let's face it. Not all of us are the most wise people. And we tend to throw some emotions into our decisions and our cerebral experience. And that's dangerous. So thank you for taking time out to even take the time. It's so amazing that because it's your life. You do it because you love him. And like I said a long time ago, you know what? It's not the time we give to people. It's the time we give to them because we care and we love them. And it's just, that's beautiful, man, that you took the time out to explain that to them, to have that understanding that we're all human and to come on back now. We're all friends. And it's what we do after we make our mistakes that really makes us who we are.
Well, it's changing your focus. Focus on the positive and not the negative.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to be negative, we're going to think negative. We're going to continue to be negative. But it's a choice. Every morning you get up, you're going to be negative. You're going to look at the positive.
It's the operative word. It's a choice. It's the way you
every minute
choose to perceive things or deal with things. What's up, Southern boy? Good to see you.
It's a choice, but it's a perspective. You know, I learned a really valuable lesson on Friday night when I called my brother. You know, I was holding a grudge against my stepdad, and I won't be doing that anymore because it hurts me more than it hurts him. And it's like me drinking the poison and expecting for them to die.
Yeah. That's a very profound statement, I think.
Yeah.
I had
forgiveness is for us.
Yeah.
I think forgiveness is more for us, even though we're forgiving the other person, but it's for us. It's to.
Yeah. So I did some big growth on Friday night. I was like, ooh, yeah, not going to do that anymore. No more holding a grudge.
What's up, Big E? Good to see you, brother.
So if y'all don't mind, with John, is it Belanovich? He has that little question down there. Speaking of pictures, did you all settle on a logo? Well, Ken, you kind of missed it. So hurry up and get back. We'll wait till you get back.
Okay, what did I miss?
Well, we're going to show some of the pictures. What we got. We're not going to give any names out right now. We're going to show people some of the submissions we got. So hurry up, go get your drink.
All right. I'll be quick.
But we were in the green room and we had some submissions. I mean, I'm not going to tell everybody's names with it because there's a contest involved here. So, and I mean, if you want to and you see yours, you can say, "Hey, that's mine." But it's some of them, they're kind of generic, but it's what it is. It's giving us ideas of what we're going to do if we're going to take a piece from here, a piece from there, and it's going to involve everybody. Once we get closer to the end, of course, we got till October 1st to launch the site. So we're going to obviously take votes. What do you think, Stacker? Take votes, have a contest, obviously, or not a contest, but just, put them out there and let everybody vote which one's the best.
Absolutely. I want people to own this. I really do. It's a tribe submitted design, and it should be a tribe approved design.
But once Can gets back here, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to put them up there. And it's always good to see you here, Big E.
Throw my hat in the ring.
Say it again, Tiny.
I've got an idea for one that I'm going to come up and throw my hat in the ring too.
All right, cool. We're welcome to have that. Definitely.
Would it have anything with the bicentennial on it, Tiny?
Oh, every logo should have a bicentennial on it. Come on, Nick. What's wrong with you?
Of course.
There's the first one. We're going to wait for Can to get back to the rest.
Speaking
Is that your desktop right there?
I need help from someone who's good at Photoshop for my logo.
Yeah, that's on my desktop there, Stacker. That's on my other screen.
Oh, looks cool, like that granite wall or something.
Oh, that is pretty.
No, but Gypsy Wolves, even if you were to do, I don't care if you do a crayon sketch or something like that, it'll give us an idea, brother. Because trust me, I'm a Marine. I draw with crayons and they look like hieroglyphics. Okay. So I get that.
Gunny, you want to move me to the bottom? Oh, there you go. Yeah.
He eats the crayons too. He don't just draw with them no more.
But I thought they were non-toxic.
Yeah, he finishes the job.
Oh, he's reaching for him right now.
Well, I'm glad it's not markers and he's not
He's hungry.
Yeah.
Where do I send our design?
He gets rid of the evidence, is what he's doing.
It's
PGS
no different than
0.5.
those Halloween wax vampire teeth.
Hey, you send your submissions to cgscointribe@gmail.com, okay? Did Triple S tell you my idea, Gunny? Oh, no, he didn't. You got the idea from Gypsy Wolves there, Stacker?
Honestly, I don't recall this moment. I apologize. Forgive me.
That's really well done.
Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
Look at that. 3 9s, fine people.
That's very cool.
See, I dig that 3 9s fine people. That might be the quote, you know what I mean? I dig that a lot.
The slogan,
That's
right?
really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
You see what I'm saying? It's like
CGS
we might not pick your exact logo, but we're gonna, bits and pieces, and obviously you're gonna be compensated.
Oh yeah,
for that.
yeah. I like 3-9 fine people.
That's very clever.
It really is.
I like
Beautiful.
the design too. It's kind of space agey, kind of
That's pretty.
Now, if you have seizures, please do not look at the screen.
The CGS Coin Tribe.
it's like candy canes or like candy.
I
I'm
can
ready to
imagine.
People
I'm
with
ready to fall out of my
epilepsy look
seat
away.
right now.
So if you hold on, stay on that one because if you look in the middle, you can see tribe coming down. You can spell TRIBE, and it's going downwards.
Mhm.
See the
Everything's so
TRIBE?
It's super
that's
creative.
going
That's so
into
clever.
the middle.
This
That is really clever.
very talented.
Now,
very talented.
I could
The
picture that
colors
being like a
too.
beanie, like a hat.
I can
Imagine if the
too.
colors were more complementary, though.
Look at that right there. But Gypsy Wolves just texted
I
me,
love this creative
Stacker.
stuff.
The idea was it was more like a totem pole. That was his idea. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
that was a great idea. Love that.
Yeah, I
totem
remember
idea.
that. I remember that now. Like, okay.
Yeah, I
You ready?
shared that
You
with
ready?
you. I shared that with you.
Okay, you good now, Can? You good with this picture?
I'm
Yes,
mesmerized.
thank you.
Gotcha, buddy.
That's cool.
I like that. I like
Now
all
look.
these elements.
Don't knock the artwork. You just got to understand the submission. This is what I was talking about, Gypsy.
Trinity
you-
Silver.
Even like a little bit of a Led Zeppelin look there going on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Simple,
Like
but
Yeah, Stacker pointed that out. It's like, that looks like one of the Led Zeppelin symbols. Like, yep.
It is.
Coda.
Okay, that's one of mine, but it is. I saw that on the Led Zeppelin.
Oh, that was yours?
Yeah, it's very.
Okay,
It
well,
reminds me of
I'm glad
Coda.
you said. I'm glad you said something because I'm gonna say right now.
That's your submission right there.
I'm very competitive, so I've sent in several.
Oh yeah, there's.
No,
Hey, look.
I didn't know
and there's that.
Yep, there's another one of mine.
Yep. I wasn't gonna say any names. I knew these were yours. I was trying
I
to.
don't mind. So
Okay.
I mean, it's very juvenile, but I'm going to sit there. If I think of an idea, I'm going to.
No, I mean, look,
Right on.
pencil drawings give you probably more of an idea than the big picture sometimes.
And
You
that's
know.
sometimes too, because I put it on paper and then I'm like, oh, and then I think of
Yeah.
something else. So I'm not ashamed. That's
stream of
that's what
consciousness.
mine-
Yeah. No, I like it. Stream of consciousness.
Right.
That's how a lot of
That's how an idea starts, on a piece of paper and a pencil. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Or even on, I think one of them I did on a napkin when I was at a restaurant. I think
Yeah.
it was
Now,
like
this-
I
this
like
one's
it.
mine too.
The gold standard. CGS.
I like how the letters kind of blend into each other. That was really cool. I thought about that one.
Kind of blending together and kind of
Yeah.
coming one. So
The
Yeah,
gold
exactly.
standard with silver linings. Blow it up a little bit more again. The gold standard with silver linings. What does the side say?
so that was the
Can
only
Collectibles, Triple S, and Gunny.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
yeah, kind of show that you guys are, individual, but then you are coming together as one.
Absolutely, and that's
Ah.
that's brilliant.
Imagine
Yeah,
999
there's-
fine people on that one. That would be cool too.
A lot of
Look
cool
at that.
elements.
What?
That is amazing. See, I can't do any of that.
That's
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
That's too legit.
It really
Wow.
is. Now start singing, Can.
This is like what Tiny was
Too
saying.
legit to quit. What?
Eh, eh.
Too legit.
Love it.
Too legit to
This is
quit.
what Tiny was talking about. You for something like this, you need a good Photoshop 3D or 3D rendering program, but
Yep.
you get the point. It's almost like all those ideas we get, we might find our guy who has all that stuff with the 3D rendering, like, look, dude, here's what we need. Can you put it all together? And of course,
And he
you will
will.
be compensated. Your idea will be compensated. I'll tell
That's
you what.
really,
Yes.
really good work. I like all the letters and the way they're connected like a chain.
What
Yeah.
about the TP? Everybody like the TP on there
I think
with
that's
the
good.
Yeah, if you like the TP, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't like the TP, put a 2 in the chat, please, because
Thank
we're
you.
just trying to honestly get feedback from
I think
people.
That's amazing.
So yes, TP is 1. No TP 2, please.
But I'm
And
thinking that,
He works well with Tribe.
yeah.
I wanted to
gotta be a
thank a
slogan.
few
Should
people.
we
Heather's
do-
Chubby. Oh, go ahead, Sea Monkey.
Should we do a teepee and a wigwam, or would we be 2 tents?
I knew that was coming.
2 cents.
I say that
I like
same
it.
joke.
I like it.
Hey
Cool.
man, you're a
Everybody
wigwam
likes
and a
it. Hey,
teepee.
Virginia Stacker, good to
2
see you. I so lit.
Oh, look at all
Or
those ones.
is to lit. Good to see you. I just want to say hi to the people I haven't said hi to, and not sure if we knew they were here, but good to see you guys. So cool. The
I think
TP
we
is a
have our
hit.
answer. Yeah, we have our answer. Look at
Okay.
that.
I wanted to thank Heather Chubby Hubby, Miss Chef Yoda, and Santiago Aguilar, because they all donated to I have a person who's actually helping us with the tribe and helps me with my channel with Can Collectibles. He does beautiful artwork and graphic art on the computer, and so he doesn't allow us to give him or me to give him money, and he only wants donations sent to local food shelves, food pantries. So they were gracious enough to donate Mrs. Chef Yoda, Heather's Chubby Hubby, and Santiago Aguilar. So thank you. I'm going to be sending that out next month to the local food shelf and pantry or whatever, and do a video on it. And I'm happy to do that. So, and he's really talented. When is the deadline? October 1st, correct? We can't hear you, Gunny.
We are launching October 1st, so we got to get this stuff in, like within the next couple of weeks. Everybody's got to get some stuff in.
So are
Okay,
we going to revise the submission date then?
Yeah, because we
can say submission is October 1st, and we can launch it on my birthday, which is 10th of October. That's just spitballing.
Okay, because we already told them submission date was October 1st.
Oh, okay. I thought we were launching. My bad. I was mine. I'll take all that. The big dumb gun.
No, I just want to clarify. Yeah, so we are doing the submissions until October 1st. So feel free, like Nick's Coins was doing, just free association, just stream of consciousness, do drawings. We may take bits and pieces from each of them, and if we take a part of yours, take a little piece of my heart now, baby. Take it. Take another little piece of my heart. We'll compensate you with a little bit of silver. So thank you, and you're gonna have part ownership in it as well. So, and we're doing 2 logos, correct? 2 logos.
We're going to do 2 logos and 1 slogan, and I think we found the slogan already.
Oh, do we?
39.
Now I like that 0.99 fine people. Yes, I dig that.
Fine people.
That's definitely clever.
It's very clever.
So are we going to do the 1 or a 2 for 39 fine people for the slogan, or what?
Thank you. Absolutely. It's still lit.
I mean, we got the TP in. Tell us what you think, people. Thumbs up or thumbs down to that.
Can you do the official vote?
What are we asking for?
1 or a 2 for the 39 fine people slogan.
Oh, do you like the slogan being 39 fine people? Put 1 or 2 if you want to just wait, and we'll wait and decide later. Because the people will speak.
Good.
Sorry, Nix, what's up?
When you get something good, go with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't hold out.
We're catching a lot of 1s. You guys are awesome, by the way. I'm so
really
glad that
clever.
you're all
It's really
coming.
good.
hang out with
Donald, New Mexico cracks me up. Oh, what? Oh, Sam
Back
Seabee's
there.
here.
Sam Seavey, what did you
Heck,
miss?
what did I miss?
Nothing.
Diamond Lou. Hi, Diamond Lou and Sam CV. Good to see both of you guys.
Monkeys, I really like
He
your
will get you.
keyboard.
You better be careful. I'm gonna tell you.
Sam.
The
What
keyboard.
next?
Over there playing with her. I'm gonna tell you what. He gets you. He hurt.
Oh,
Honestly, there's our first two out of all of both questions. So I'm curious to find as why we got a 2 on that.
It's our brother Jack. Jack Allman. What do you want to wait for?
He's very insightful, very intelligent person.
He
Very
says
thoughtful.
he wants to find that perfect hook, and I get that because that's what I do a lot. Ooh.
What's that hook gonna be? I don't need the hook on this beat. All I need is in the track in the back and something. Do you know that one, Nick? Next
Yeah,
line.
raising the roof over here now.
Yo, what's that hook gonna be? I don't need no bank of hook on this beat. Just need the crack in the back and anyways, holla.
You can always keep it on the back burner and maybe modify
So-
it.
My daughter
And we are
I think that's smart.
actively also working with the Discord server to get that going, where you're going to be able to do your buy, sell, trade, and whatever. And that's obviously a work in progress. I'm going to get back on Tuesday because I ain't doing nothing tomorrow. But we got a long way to go, and we got a short time to get there. Kind of like that Smokey and the Bandit theme song, you know what I mean? So, but we're making it move.
We're eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit roll. And
Love
Pier in
that.
Texarkana.
That's one of the
Bandit
greatest
run.
movies ever.
Smoking the Bandit.
Smoking the Bandit.
Okay, well, McDonough, Georgia, is where they filmed one of their scenes, right in the middle of town, and that's where I live, close to McDonough, Georgia.
Claim to fame. We got a celebrity.
Stephen King here, and then I got McDonough, Georgia.
Stephen King had a huge fascination with. We were talking earlier about train tracks. He had
Yes,
this huge.
he did.
Well, he wrote "Stand by Me," which
Right,
was
he
called "The
did.
Body." It's a novella out of 4 seasons, which is The Body, Rita Hayworth, and Shawshank Redemption. Top 5 movies
I
of
like that
all
one,
time is Shawshank Redemption. But yeah, that was The Body, and they turned it into it was a novella. They turned it into Stand by Me.
His wife is also a writer, but she writes under a pen name, but she writes children's books.
She's got a pseudonym for children's books.
She does.
That's interesting because she's probably good balance for him because he's dark and he witnessed some horrible thing at the train tracks he saw like a horrible train accident which shaped his whole
right, and so did
upbringing.
like Pet Cemetery. He saw some things happen to some pets being hit by cars, and matter of fact, Stephen King was hit by a car while he was running in Maine. He actually
I remember that. After he was famous already. Yeah.
I mean, he was wicked famous. Now he's in Florida, Gunny. He's a snowbird. He goes to Fort Myers during the winter, and he's in Maine during the summer. And he's going to be actually having a writing thing. People are going to move into his house and do a reality TV show in writing.
Interesting.
Yep, it's very interesting. But he goes around to all the school. He's very generous with his time, his money. His sons are writers, and even better than he is.
So many great movies, and just I think of Christine, I think of Carrie, I think of
I used to say I don't watch any of those movies, but when he had the clown movie come out again, there was tons of clowns around town.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
The books were great though too.
I
I read a lot of his books before I watched the movie. My sister was huge on Stephen King. She was big into him. I think Richard Bachman is better than King. I liked also. I haven't read Richard Bachman. I'll have to. Jedi Jim. God, I'm trying to think of the guy's name now. A different author who's kind of a thriller like that, thriller writer. Nick's Coins loves clowns. I think he's being sarcastic.
He is being very sarcastic.
I heard you're a big fan of clowns, Nick.
Yeah, no. He had a mask on today. I was like, get that thing off. But then he put a 49ers hat on too. I was like, are you kidding me?
Gypsy Wolves?
Yeah,
Did?
who does that?
Yeah.
Puts a 49ers hat on. And just says,
Wait, Nick, all this time you haven't said nothing with this shirt that I'm wearing?
I just noticed it now.
What is
But-
up?
Hockey season's coming. Labor Day. We know what's coming.
Oh man,
Here it
preseason starting
I'm
up.
very excited about this.
Can we get a three-peat? I don't know.
I'm waiting.
We only lost one or two players to that new draft for the Seattle team, so we didn't lose any good players.
No, and Boston Bruins have a good goalie from the University of Maine right now too. He's second, but I'd like to see him be first string.
Here we go.
We got so much stuff coming up.
I mean, I'd love to go watch
Hey,
the
Gunny.
hockey.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I gotta go. I had a
Did you
incident.
fall
I
out,
passed
buddy?
out.
Okay.
Okay, Tiny.
Bye, Tiny.
We love you, brother. Just relax, dude, and take it easy. We'll do this again, buddy, okay?
Yeah, take care, please.
Take care, brother. It's all good.
Yeah, man. Have yourself a good night. Get some
Love
rest.
you guys.
Bye. Love
Love
you,
you,
Tony.
Tiny.
Brother.
Tiny.
Take
My
care,
husband's
buddy.
name is Tony.
Silver Stacker said he's got to run too, my man.
Yeah, got a jet. I gotta hit that hay.
All right. Well,
Understood.
we'll finish this up, but before you leave, Stacker, give us a quick rundown of the schedule next week that we're going to be running.
You betcha. So we're looking at September 9. That's a huge day. We're going to get the American Eagle 2021 1-ounce silver uncirculated coin from West Point, New York. It is. It was available for enrollment. It isn't now. However, I imagine after it does release, enrollments will probably open back up sometime between here and December. So look for that for next year. That'll be important. And then, speaking of important, we've got that September 13th release for that designer edition, featuring the San Francisco and West Point mint for that reverse proof set. So that's huge.
That's
huge.
the one I've got my eye on.
And then
That's going to be a dogfight there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
I don't
honestly,
even know if I'm going to be able to afford one, but
yeah,
I ended up buying a trailer and I got a car, and so now I got to put those in my name, and I've had some extra expenses. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to swing it.
have you seen what people are flipping them for now?
Huh.
It fluctuates daily, but right now it is incredibly expensive. It is incredible what these are selling for, because people don't think they're going to get them because of the mint website, so they're going to commit to eBay.
I'd keep mine, but that's just me.
But the site should help us, right? That you guys are creating, and maybe we can do some trades and maybe get it later on, not so expensive.
Right. That would be
Right?
amazing. That would be huge.
So make sure you guys know that Stacker will definitely put it on his morning news. But the day of those coins, we are going to do a drop starting at about 11:30 on the day of those coins that drop, like always, and see if we can get everybody in here. Let's see who can get that coin and give us your experience. We can give some feedback to the mint,
11:30 Eastern. No worries, Tiny. Just take care of yourself, buddy. It's good to hang out with you. Got helicopters.
So I guess you're going to leave early tonight. You're going to be the first one to bail on a Stacker?
Yes, sir. I have to depart and have to make my way to the hay, so to speak.
All right, my friend. Well, thanks for being here. Me and Can, we'll run it for about another half hour like we always do. But obviously, we're going to look forward to seeing your news in the morning.
Right on. Well, it's nice meeting you, Nick's Coins. Great having you see Monkey Metals. Oh, right on. Thanks for coming. We really appreciate you being here. And anytime you're more than welcome to join us.
Thank you. A great opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, and you know what? Listen, folks, if you haven't already subscribed to Nick's Coins or Sea Monkey Metals, go ahead and go to their channel right now and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button. That way you know when they're going to drop a video. So you guys have a great night. Son of a Silver Stacker out.
Have a good
Peace
night,
out,
brother.
buddy.
I'll be honest with everyone. I've been slacking on my content lately. I do have some videos up, but it's been a hectic summer, so my content has slowed down. But I've been spending more time on panels, hanging out with people, talking live. But there is stuff there to watch, and there will be more coming.
They'll see you around for sure, though. Even if you don't have content, like you'll be up on Ida's show or somebody else's show and be able to.
I just know some people are like, oh, I went and subscribed and he hasn't dropped a video in like 3 weeks. Why did I subscribe? You know,
I
Yeah.
think I have 4
I just
videos.
let people know I've been a little not stressed, but it's been wearing on me trying to find the time to make videos. So
Yeah.
I hang out on the panels when I've got some free time, and I've just been doing my thing outside, working.
I find that doing live streams is so much easier than making an actual video. Making an actual video is just like having to like, because I don't like editing, so I want to do like I want to be a one trick pony or like a one take pony, like one take and don't mess it up. And so I mess with my lady and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna do it once and I'll do it and I'll be like, oh, I'll screw it up and then she'll just kind of giggle and I'll be like,
See, right now I'm
and then I'll
on.
do it again and I'll do the whole thing again.
Right now I'm
Anyways,
on my desktop, but I'm using my camera or my phone as my camera. If I was to use the phone for Streamlabs to connect and everything, or StreamYard, then I could go outside and work and still, chat with you guys and whatnot. But
do you have a
right now I'm
camera
stuck
coming
in my
in
chair.
your laptop?
No, well, I have a laptop too right here next to it. Oops, I've got my desktop and my laptop set up side by side here, but
Uh-huh.
I'm plugged into the computer via a wire, and that's how I'm running my camera for my cell phone.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I'm using the
Wow.
Droid Cam client.
All this stuff is not easy to figure out with all the cameras and the microphones. It's not, I mean, it's not
Well,
simple.
I'll tell you what are you running, Nick? Are you using a laptop or are you using a desktop?
I'm using a laptop.
Okay. Well, maybe you and I'll get on a StreamYard. Like, I've done this with Tiny. I've done this with other people. Get you a good setup. Like, I got a monitor here and I got a monitor here on the same computer, split screen. We'll get you set up all pro like. Okay.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Oh yeah, because I believe I talked to Gypsy Wolves about that. He said once you get back home, you and I are gonna we're gonna network and get that going. Absolutely, I got no issues.
Thank you very much.
I can say one thing. I can say two things. It's definitely difficult to negotiate all of these and navigate all these different kind of things. But I'll tell you literally the way that my setup is. I have a TV tray where you would maybe have like a hot, meal in front of you. I have a TV tray, a foldable wooden TV tray in front of the couch right here. And I have my laptop on it. And then I have right next to it, I have my beer. And then right behind that, I have my plug-in USB microscope. That's it. I keep my stuff next to me. I have the most low-tech, high-tech operation. I don't have a high-tech operation. I guess that's kind of
But you do it so well. You're able to do your lots and then the stream. I mean, you're doing it all at once, and that's not easy.
somehow it all just works out, Nick.
You do.
But
It's very well
but
done.
it's simple. It's simple is my point. It's really just simple. I have OBS, which I go through, and Mint Miser taught me about OBS. So that's how I'm able to access my.
Your scope.
I'll show you quick. That's how I'm able to access this. And oops,
Gotcha.
it's way over there. But here is. There we go. So that's how I'm able to do all this stuff is
See,
because
that's
I go through this OBS thing, and it makes it so much easier. And I can go away right now. Bye.
This is my basic setup.
Now I'm back. Now I'm back like this. So it's so much. It's a lot, but it's simple, and I stay with it, and that's all I really care about. Is just like as long as I can show you guys. I'm not going to fool with it, and I'm not going to get all the StreamYards, all this like other stuff to confuse myself.
Look at this setup too. Sea Monkeys. I mean, that looks very
I mean, it's my desk and it's cluttered. I apologize for the clutter, but it's me hanging out at my desk. So
right.
It's right here, Dom.
Got my stuff.
Wow, they got nice.
Got you a good old desktop that you built, I would assume.
Yep, I built the desktop and I bought the laptop, and I've got a big old giant corner desk.
Yeah, man.
There's my flag.
Amen.
Yeah, let's keep set up there.
Freedom stick.
Oh, I like that.
But Nick, you don't necessarily have to run your when you go live, you don't have to run through StreamYard unless you want to bring people in, because Can only comes on StreamYard when we do this.
That makes sense. That makes
Okay.
sense.
When he's doing his auctions, he's running straight through OBS, correct, Can?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I don't honestly for my channel, I don't want to do StreamYards, and Gunny knows that. Sorry, Nick, what were you saying? What-
OBS seemed a little bit complicated when I was looking at it.
Somebody walked Mint Miser walked me through it and basically just kind of
It can be, but once
helped
you
me figure it out, and
Right.
I haven't. I go with what I know with it. I don't deviate from a lot of stuff, and I haven't had a problem with it so far.
Right. Well, yeah, obviously it's well done.
Yeah, and I'll put my 2 cents in for you too, Nick, and help you out as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And I also like, Can you brought your family when you were in New York, you still did the show. That was kind of neat to see your family. See where
That I
from.
brought him. And
Yeah.
well, I didn't know if they'd want to, and because Mrs. Can doesn't want to, and I totally respect that.
Yeah.
And yeah, my dad was like, lukewarm at best, not so I was like, okay, dad's not into it, but my sister decided to, my brother decided to, and my mom,
It was
so
nice. Yeah. And your mom is great. Yeah.
thanks. Yeah, she's
and when she sings,
I heard her singing. I mean, that was beautiful. It was
she's
really
a special
beautiful.
lady.
She is.
Yeah, thank you.
She's supposed to be, yep.
So
you see, you see how big this community gets. It's just bigger and bigger every time everybody talks.
It's the people. It's the people.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's not about the coins or I mean, that's the thing that we talk about. That's the water cooler conversation. But then what spins off from that is all of this, with the friendships that we develop, and I think that's key. But I also, and there is a point to. Everybody's frazzled right now, and I just want to put it out there and just kind of stop with it. But people are in a weird place right now, and I understand that. And I was talking again, like I said earlier to McHammer, and just about sometimes just ignore people that are mean, because there's going to be mean people out there. There's going to be trolls. There's going to be people that just kind of get off on being, annoying to others, or just that's the charge they get off it, and they'd rather have negative attention. Any attention is better than no attention, and if some people only know negative attention, that's what they'll seek. And so and they may not know any differently, or they may just not feel like they deserve positive attention, but you just got to kind of steer clear of them, as opposed to just bite onto that, because there's a quote that I think it's not Walt Whitman. It's I don't know, but he's like, the thing with trying to argue with an ignorant person is they'll drag you down to their level, and they'll try to beat you with experience.
That's
And it's like, you really just kind of have to, and you can't rationalize with an irrational person. So I would just rather not even bite onto that, not even acknowledge that. And then especially with YouTube is here for a lot of us to just let loose and relax and enjoy. It's a bit of an escape, it's a bit of entertainment, and it's just so take a break if you're not feeling up to being around. If you see people in the chat that you don't like, just don't go in the chat and hang out, or just go and lurk. That would be my advice. But
there's something to ignoring people too. Just ignore it if you're able.
Yeah. If you ignore a stimulus, it usually goes away. So.
Right. Just treat it like real life in a sense. And if you're hanging around people that are being mean to you or bullying you, leave. The nice thing about the internet is they can't follow you.
Right.
Or they have a harder time following you. There's always going to be someone out there who, like you said, gets off on watching other people be irritated.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to have the last word.
Right.
You can just walk away, and just if they just keep barking at you, you can just still be numb to it, because if you try to give another word to them, then you're in. They've kind of got you on their level of beating you down with their experience of.
Now I don't know if
don't add fuel to that fire. Just stop it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any gamers in here or not, but when you're gaming,
The saying goes,
trolls
never
are
argue with
Hold
an
on,
idiot.
Johnny.
They win based on experience. Sorry. I'm sorry.
that's yeah.
Sea Monkey was saying about gamers.
Well, trolls are a dime a dozen, and if you
Yeah.
play Grand Theft Auto online, it's like 9 out of 10 players are modders. They cheat. They use cheat programs. And it just totally ruins the game experience because they use God mode. You can't kill them. They come in and kill you and kill you, kill you, kill you, kill you, and you have to go find another session to play in, and it's probably got a modder in it too. So it's like they've totally ruined that game. And if you let trolls do that to you, they can, ruin your life, ruin your experience, ruin your mood. You just gotta not give in to what they're doing and just bail. You're like, all right, I'm going to go play by myself, or I'm going to go do something else, or I'm going to watch a different video, hang out in a different stream.
Silver, gold, and guitars. People are strange. I ignore fools. Bring in the fool. Woody Allen. When you're a stranger, faces look ugly when you're alone. Yeah. And people, love to share their misery with others. So I just feel like if you just kind of like take the high road and just don't bite onto, what's happening, then you just kind of and again, I'm a huge fan of Ben Franklin, and he says, mind your business. And if you're taking care of what you're actually doing, you don't have time to get caught up in what other people's drama is. And I really just kind of have that credo in life. It's like, and it means that I'm not going to be on YouTube all the damn time, but it just means that when I am on YouTube, you're going to get like a happy, good good spirited can. You're not going to get the person that's irritated with the world can, because that person's alive inside of me as well. I just don't come on to YouTube when I feel that way. Terror 70.
But you know that saying, never argue with an idiot. They win based on experience.
Yep.
Yeah, it was kind of you paraphrasing this. Yeah.
One of the best ways to deal with someone like that is less intelligent than you is just to say that you don't want to have a battle of wits with an unarmed person. Turn and walk off.
Yeah. And it's like, I think we get to that point where we say it, hopefully, but honestly, like at first it's kind of like I don't feel like rubbing anyone's nose in anything. I don't feel like having to be like, I just feel like we'll agree to disagree. And there are people that I don't stand by what they stand behind. And so therefore I just kind of turn my back on them and I just go the other direction. Doesn't mean, and there's this quote too, just because there's no room at my table, it doesn't mean I want you to starve. And I don't wish ill will on those people. I don't choose to be around them because they don't make me feel good.
Well, yeah,
And,
I mean,
and it's okay.
If you're a Bible believer, it says, not to eat with blasphemers and fools and sorcerers and people that aren't.
Yes, I agree.
You're just not even supposed to associate with people like that.
I'd rather not associate, as opposed to put them in their place. When I was younger, I felt like I had to put them in their place, and like you don't, and it's like I just don't have that in me anymore to just control or try to control people, or I don't like being that. I don't like people doing that to me, so I don't try to bend my other people to my will either. It's just,
I tell my daughter this all the time. We are our associations. We are the people we hang out with. We are our associations. We are the people we hang out with.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we are the people we surround ourselves with.
You're judged by the company you keep.
Exactly.
But most of all, just be yourself and have a good time, man. Have some fun with it.
Heck yeah, that's exactly right.
That's worked for me in my entire life. If I'm not having fun, I'm doing something wrong, man.
If I'm not having fun,
if you're hanging out with people, or if there's somebody in your group that's like kind of a killjoy or a soul sucker, then you got to kind of realize that and trust your gut and be like, okay, like, again, I don't wish that person ill will. I got to cut that. I got to jettison that person, because and if they're blowing you up like with your emails, or they're doing stuff that's just kind of like distracting you from, what you're actually trying to do in your life, if they're not enhancing your life, they're, inhibiting your life. That's kind of how I feel. I choose, and we have the choice. All of us have the choice to surround ourselves with people and keep people in our lives that enhance our lives and or inhibit, our growth in our lives. So
I mean,
it's all just
here's a good
figuring
example.
it
I like
out.
how Rocky Mountain Bear put it. He goes, "Don't allow mean people to live rent free in your head. You got to charge rent for that."
That's
It's
right.
like me. It's like me. I was
like
a sergeant. I was a sergeant in the Marine Corps way before I was a gunny, and there was this another gunny came up to me, and they always try and mess with you and stuff like that. And I always try and stay one step ahead of somebody, anybody, just for something. And this gunny, remember, I'm a sergeant. He walked up to me. He goes, "Damn, Sergeant Young, why are you so ugly?" And I just looked at him and said, "Gunny, that's because you're very contagious." Whoa. Dude lost his mind. And I was just like, hey, gotta do what you gotta do, buddy. Don't ask me a question you ain't ready for the answer on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Don't ask questions if you're not ready for the answer.
That's good advice.
You can hang then too, and you show people right then like what your boundaries are. And I think that that's key, is like that you let him know right then that he's not going to roll you, and that you're not, a sucker, and that you just kind of have a sharp tongue and you can use it, and you have a quick mind that you can, Rolodex that sharp tongue quickly. And when you have that, people have to kind of take pause, because if they don't know who they're messing with, then you kind of then can show them really quickly again, like, and then they're like, snap, they're like, wait, what? But I think that's key in life, is to just kind of have that balance of like, cause no harm but take no shit,
Exactly.
and I think that that's really just kind of the mentality that I keep. I'm a pacifist, but if somebody really, tries to, hurt me or my family or something, and do something that's a danger to my health or something, then of course I'll show my teeth. But it's just that kind of, I think, mentality of like, but don't feel like the world is coming after you either. And I know that sometimes I feel like that, like the world is just like, I get so much resistance, and it's like the world is just against me. Like, why is the world against me? But it's like, it's really not. It's just the way things are. And I have to remind myself of that often. But I think like having that reminder of that, and also that people aren't against me. It's just like sometimes people are just having a crappy day, and sometimes people just are projecting their ugliness onto me and onto everyone else. And so you can either bite onto that, or you can just kind of olay, and
Kindness
keep
and respect.
moving on.
Yeah,
Just have
you kind
kindness
of
for people and respect people.
swayed away from the thought, but you reminded me of wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove.
That's
Why?
good. Yeah.
It's a good way to live your life. Be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove.
So,
Oh,
yep.
be wise as, oh, I thought you said wise as a serpent, as harmless as a dove. I got
No,
you. Be
wise.
wise as a serpent, but
Yeah.
harmless as a dove.
Yep.
Mhm.
I like that saying.
I do too.
Words of Jesus.
Is it?
Works every
Yeah.
time.
They're simple kind of credos, or they're simple things to just consider, and a lot of times it's remembering to remember. We have these things that and somebody was saying something about I think it was Rocky Mountain Bear, about, hey, you better, pay a lot of rent to get in there in my brain or whatever. But it's like, there's an Eastern thought that like are saying, when you're in public, mind your tongue, and when you're in private, mind your thoughts. And
Mhm.
it's really important, I think, both of those things, because think before you speak, and if you're in a crowd, and also, or with your loved one or someone that you're speaking to, could be anybody. And also, when you're alone, mind your thoughts. Take inventory, and maybe filter some of those thoughts, because I know myself, if I start thinking too much about my thoughts, I got to be around people a little more, because I got to get out of my own head.
Yeah.
So it's a balance, definitely balance.
Well,
What's up,
guys,
fellas?
with that said, it's like 10:30. We've been on for 2 hours, and that's usually how long we go for. I want to thank since I have to run the show tonight, since Stacker was a little under the weather. Everybody to our guests, Sea Monkey Metals, Nick's Coins, and Tiny, who missed out. Thanks guys for taking the invite and coming in and sharing your experiences and what you got going on. We really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
And thank
I had a
you.
great time.
Yeah, we've had you on before, Sea Monkey Metals. Always get some good stuff from you and Nick. Today was your first stream. Now, has your sweating stopped?
I don't know. No, not really.
Well, listen, from what I saw with you and Gypsy, you guys started off pretty good, because if you ask Can, I did my first stream with him and he had already been experienced, and I was telling him, dude, I'm over here sweating bullets. What do I do? He goes, just calm down. Just calm down, and just have fun with this. I mean, just think of it this way. The way I've always told somebody this: you get to look at me, okay, and you get to make fun of me, just me, but I get to look and make fun of all of you. You see what I'm saying? That's the way you can look at it. Forget about this. Just pretend everybody's naked. No, there's probably half of you I don't want to see that. All right, but
on that note, count your blessings and not your problems. I'm going to let him say goodnight to both of you. Sea Monkey Metals,
I really appreciate you.
Coins, love you guys. Have a wonderful time. Love you in the chat, everybody. Have a great evening. Have a wonderful day off tomorrow, I hope. Thumbs up, buddy.
Yeah.
Good day, Cat and Gunny. Have a wonderful night. And if you ain't having fun, you ain't doing a Gunny thing.
Take care. Well, but like I said, you do this stream, just have fun doing it. Because if you're not having fun, you're not doing something right with your stream. You know what I mean? And make it yours. You got to. I mean, obviously, you're going to take a little bit here, a little bit there from somebody, but make it yours. You know what I mean? Own that stream, and whatever you do, like you got a picture behind you of I'm assuming that's Nick Hammers. Yeah. Like I got all these coins over here from gifts that people gave me. Like these are the ones I'll never trade or sell. No, not at all. I got my gun. I got my Gunny quarterdeck T-shirt that I had custom made here that I wore last week.
I saw that last week. I like that shirt.
I got my 2 in a row Stanley Cup champion signs. I got my Gunnery Sergeant Street up here. I mean, just make it. I mean, do whatever. I mean, there's so many more things I want to do, but it costs money and time. I have more money than I have time, but I don't have that much money either. So,
but I wish I had that problem.
But I guess what? No matter what it is, I'm as rich as I can be, because that family that I got that backs me up, I'm probably the richest guy in the world the way I see it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not poor by any means, but
no.
Hey, flow would always be appreciated.
I'll hide the number, but I got a credit card, damn it. But once again,
let me send the credit card.
Guess what? Like my wife tells me, she goes, I got money, I got a job, I can spend my money. I'm like, that's fine. I got no problem with that. But to everybody that's in the chat, thanks guys once again for coming in. You guys will make it happen, because you guys show up and we couldn't do this without you. Don't forget, keep those submissions coming for the logo. That ends October 1st. Sea Monkey's showing us his room here. Whoa.
I was going to try and show you the only source of my debt, but it's pulled too far forward up the driveway.
Okay, well, maybe we'll save that for another video, huh?
I've got one car. That's my only debt. No credit cards, no other.
And can CGS Coin Tribe. But my daughter's working on our logo. She was like, "Ooh, it's a contest."
I know, right? You need to have a contest. I'm entering 2 or 3 times.
Yep. No, but look, send as many as you want. You can only send once, because I know Sam Seavey came in here. He's always 15 minutes behind everybody else. But we got Sam Seavey's birthday coming up. I'm going to do a birthday bash for him on my stream in October. I'm turning 50. I don't want nothing, no party or nothing, but we'll do whatever, But look, don't forget, I think Stacker said it's Thursday the 9th. At 11:30 Eastern time, we're going to do that live coin drop for that the Type 2 BU. And then the next week, we're going to have that where everybody's going to go nuts trying to get that ASE double reverse set. So, with that, I want everybody to have a safe and lovely evening. Tomorrow, hopefully everybody doesn't have to work on Labor Day. And Nick, if you're free tomorrow or whatever, we'll email me what your schedule is like.
Sure.
And I'll get online here and we're going to walk you through and make you look like a pro.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Everybody have a great evening. We'll see you on the next stream.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
You got it.
Bless.
Bye.
Bye, Sea Monkeys.